Welcome back to FeatherFall. This is Dardamos with Dardamos Dominions. We are heading into turn 26. Now, we have reached kind of a lull in the battle, or a lull in the game, and we're starting to receive a ton of earth gems and just gems in general. And we're looking for sites, and this is one of the, some turns you get. Wait, what is this guy? Urine. Who's Urine? Feel like he might be like holy site. I don't know why I did that. Must have been bored. But I got like four of these guys, and one of them decided that he just didn't want to, or one of them found a magic site, and the other guys were like, let's just not find magic sites because that'll make Dardamos really happy, and he'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy I didn't get any magic sites. Okay. I'm sorry. Spoilers. Okay, so we are attacking Independence down here. Wait, what? What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? What am I doing? Why? Why would you do that? Oh, wait, that's right. Okay. So I had these guys sitting around, and I was building up some for like this major, like, underwater assault force that was gonna like take over all of the water, of which there's like 6 provinces on this map. And it was a grandiose plan, and it had diagrams and arrows, and sadly I got bored after one turn, and we decided that these guys weren't needed anymore, and rather than keeping them silent in their happy little homes, or telling them to go home and their families, we decided to suicide them, which worked out really well because I did kill 2 Tritons. I mean, this was a good spending of, oh my goodness, 100 gold. So 100 gold for 2 Tritons was definitely cost effective, because look at this, these guys will never come back. God darn. Okay, so nice thing is that Niflheim was following in after me. I can't remember exactly why I was there. I think it was for upkeep reasons, because they do cost upkeep. And these are the mercs that he hired. Now, these mercs kind of suck in my opinion. They've got decent hit points, average protection, and a crappy stone spear. But there are a lot of them, and there's something to be said for quantity. As Napoleon said, God favors the larger divisions. Or I think I used that quote before. I've used it. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it is one of my favorite quotes. So the procreate the guy that's in charge likes the larger divisions. The guy that wins is the one with most troops and the most thrones at the end of the game. So if you see, these guys took like horrendous losses, but who cares? We got a cool province that had a hydromancer in it. I don't know if he can actually recruit these guys here. I never did ask him. It is kind of interesting that there might be hydromancers there, and there is a site that you can search for that has hydromancers. I don't know if we ever went down there and searched water, because I don't know if that would be a sign. Like, there's hydromancers where the site is, but the site is hidden. I don't know. I don't know. Look at this. Obsidian Waste. Okay, so we get to watch Hit And this is really important, guys, because we haven't seen Hit yet, and this is going to be our first ability to see his Bless. Now, if you see, this guy has got a disgusting amount of gear. And what we're seeing here is a Melkart, which is one of his, he can recruit these guys. I know some nations have to actually summon them, and I don't know if they're the same. I think they're different. I don't know. But it's kind of a repel build, which if you watched Lucid Yomi, you'll know what the repel build is. But if you don't, the idea behind it is that you're really big, they're really small, and so you kind of just, it's kind of like if you've got like this big guy or like an adult, and the little kid's trying to attack them. You just put your hand on the kid's head, and he's swinging away trying to punch you, and he can't because his arms are really short and your arms are really long. And that's kind of how the repel build works. Now, the idea behind it, though, is that the kid kind of has a sword, and so sometimes, he gets, I don't know, that's where the allegory or the simile or the imagery or the something kind of goes astray. Because Sometimes he like you do get the ability to swing long enough. And the ability to swing far enough is based on a repel check, which requires high attack. Now, attack 15 isn't very high, and so he doesn't really have a good repel build yet, because you want a high attack skill and you want a very long weapon, and a length 1 frostband is not very good for the repel. Now, the reason I say it's a repel build is because it's got this dancing shield. And dancing shield has a chance of blocking 50% of any incoming attacks and reducing its damage by 20. So if I have a 40-point attack, it's down to 20. If I have a 2-point attack, it's down to negative 38, or no, negative 18. And it heals me for 8. No, it doesn't. It doesn't heal you. But that would be cool. All it does is just like blocks 20 damage from whatever hits you. And it's 50% of the time. So it's inconsistent, which kind of stinks. And if you know anything about tanking, you kind of want consistent, because the spike damage is what ends up killing a real tank. But it does give you the ability to block a big attack. In addition, let's see, these guys. So these guys are population killers. So he doesn't want to stay in one place too long. So he's going to be expanding with these guys and keeping him out of his cap. If there's some way that we can somehow get these guys to stay on his cap, it'll be awesome, because then it's just like he's eating his own population. So maybe like what are those guys? The Bane Venom Charm, but these guys wouldn't be patrolling. I don't know, maybe threaten his capital somehow so that he always has to keep a couple of these guys on his capital. It would be really cool. He doesn't have a shield, or if he does, oh yes, he has a Dawn Shield, which is his standard shield, which is a magic shield, which is like, magic shields won't break or have a lesser chance of breaking, and even if they do at the end of the battle, they come back to normal. So this is actually a really good shield. He doesn't need another shield. But the Frost Brand, what it does is an AoE attack, so it's actually going to be really good. He's using my horror helmet. He obviously has seen my horror build and realizes that it's really, really awesome. They have a natural built-in horror of 5. So this is just goes from 5 to 10, which is the same thing that my Dione uses. So all he has to do is survive. This Chainmail of Displacement, I really like it. My buddy said it's not very good, or that he didn't like it very much, or I don't know, we didn't have air access. I can't remember what his reasoning was. But I really like it because it automatically gives you something. Reinvigoration. It automatically gives you Gluttony. I thought it gave you, I don't know what it gives you. I thought it gives you Mirror Image or something like that, but I don't see it on his little boost thing. So I don't know if somebody knows it. Put it in the comments. That'd be really cool, because I'm kind of forgetting. Actually, what I can do is I can go with Dom for manual. And this manual kind of gives me an idea of what the displacement. It lets me know what the spells are or where the items are. But I don't know if it has the items in it. Chainmail of Displacement is special properties none. That's kind of interesting. So I guess it just boosts your defense a whole bunch. I didn't know that. I thought it was actually gave you something in addition. So I mean, but the downside of it is that it has an encumbrance of 2, which isn't terrible, but it isn't very good. So other than that, he's got a Reinvig, which is what makes sure that he doesn't fatigue out after casting his spells. Now let's see what his he's gonna bless himself first. What is his rotation is gonna be? Let's see. He's gonna go Fire Shield, and then okay. So all he's doing is casting Fire Shield. He doesn't have anything alteration, because like Fire 2 isn't really an alteration. Blood 3 really doesn't do anything alteration. But let's see what his bless is. And what we're going to see here is that his bless is pretty much our bless, with the exception that he has magic weapons. And I think the reason you take magic weapons is for your sacred units. Magic weapons isn't necessary on this guy, because he's always going to be carrying some sort of weapon that's going to already be magic. So it's probably going to be for his buddy from Moria. And I did talk to this guy, and he said like his Fomoria was really insistent that he wanted that magic weapons on these guys, which I don't exactly know why. So the scary thing is that these big old barbarians can actually kind of chop these guys up pretty well. But with 22 protection versus 24 damage, he's got enough gear that he should be okay. Now, the horror helmet, the chainmail, all of this stuff looks like construction 2, so he's only at construction 2, which is exactly where we are. So he's at the point now where he can kind of go against barbarians and kind of just crush and maim and have happiness and joy in his future. So he wins this battle pretty easily. But we now know that they're blessed. We went into deep forest. And you, oh my, okay. So what we're doing, we're going into this throne, and we feel like we can 1v the world this. Now remember, last time we went in 3v everybody and we lost. What has changed this time that makes us feel like we can actually win this? Well, unlike that noob Hinom player that only gave his guy 5 items and skimped out on it, we gave our guys 6. It actually, what's funny is that I joke about that, but this 6th item is actually the difference between being able to fight barbarians and fighting a throne. Because this charcoal shield, I would much rather have a vine shield, and we'll go over the vine shield later. Maybe, I think, I don't remember. No, actually, we're not going to go after the vine shield. The vine shield is going to be able to reduce the number of people that attack me, and the reduction in people that attack me make my life a little bit easier because I'm not going to have to worry about random rolls too much. But what the charcoal shield does is that fire shield that Hinom got, we're going to actually, to be honest, we're going to do the exact same thing. His shield and my shield are about the same. Mine's got a little bit better protection. But his casting fire shield and my fire shield is going to be about the same thing. So his build and my build are very, very similar. The difference is that I've got copper plate, which has a lower body protection, meaning I'm more likely to get hit hard. But my protection is 23, which, because my natural protection is so high, I don't really have to worry about this. And not only that, but if you see, hold on, there's Earth Power, Blessing, which gives me, Blessing, wait, oh no, cast Blessing, Legions of Steel, and there's Legions of Steel, and now my protection's up to 27. I've got 27 protection. That copper plate it should be up to, I thought it should be up to 15. Should be even higher. And not only that, but I got bracers to boost it even more. So at the end of the day, my protection goes from 13, 14, 15 up to 16, 17, 18, 19. And I get 19 protection from these two items, which 19 protection will block just about everything. Not only that, then my guy will cast Stone Skin, and that will boost my my natural protection from 11 up to 15. So all in all, I've got a protection of 29. I've got 34 on my head and 28 on my body, and 28 on my body is going to protect just about anything. Like, that only does 10 damage. These guys deal 9 damage. These guys deal 14 damage. Like, they need to beat me by a lot. I don't know, like 15 or something like that. Something absurdly ridiculous. And not only that, but when they attack me, guess what? They're going to get, like, you know, fire shielded. And not only that, but I also only take partial damage from, where is it? Piercing? Oh, susceptible. No, susceptible to cold. Oh, no. I'm also more resilient versus piercing, which is not here, but I did cast skeletal body on me. I don't know where that is. It seems like I'm missing some buffs or something. I don't know. Oh well, either way, we're happy. Charge body's in effect, and we're gonna go put this on fast forward because this is where it gets like awesome. Like, look at this guy. This guy's just going to town, and he's not taking damage. He doesn't care. You know, he's he is the honey badger of Dominions right here. You know, he goes where he pleases, or doesn't go where he pleases. Now, we do have a little bit of a worry here. We do have red ants. Actually, no. The problem is these air elementals are kind of scary. because this is armor negating. Um, it just straight up ignores my armor and goes straight to my hit points, which is kind of scary because like the way that I'm doing this is because I'm not they can't get through my protection. My armor is so strong that it doesn't they don't deal any damage. But this guy just is like, I don't care about your armor. I'm just gonna straight up deal damage to your hit points. Now the thing that's nice about this is that there's only one, and he's like this cute little one. Like, look at him. He's just like he's just a wee little one. I've been playing another game, so like I'm trying to. If you see any like strange like yeah, F or something like that, I'm using my WASD keys. So these guys right here, he's just like a little guy. We also have like Swarm, I think, or Frog. What is he casting? I don't know what they're casting. But it doesn't matter because they're now gone. They decided that oh no, they're still back here. Look at that, he's still back here. But they've got like this is crappy paths that aren't gonna cast anything. Yeah, like that's actually really good. So she could have. I'm surprised I didn't get a full size elemental because maybe didn't have air gems. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, Raising Dead. So yeah, this is just. I'm just gonna eat face. This is awesome. I feel like I'm finally learning how to be like a true super combatant like Rasog. I would call us a super combatant at this point because he can take on armies. Not like scary end game armies or like not like serious mages or anything like that. But I can take on pretty much an entire army at this point. I think that if I was against that other throne, this guy may be able to win. Against Tianchi, I probably would win as well. Yay, we got more province income. Who cares about unrest or turmoil? All it does is gives us more demons. People have decided that they don't like me, and I don't like them either. Now, our guy that just like destroyed face, he is now a hero, and let's go see what kind of hero he is. He's a hero Fume. Okay, he's ambidextrous. Oh yeah, so he's ambidextrous. We're good to go. He's got like super defense at this point and like super attack, and we're good to go. So we're gonna go over and we're gonna search this area, which is because it's a throne, it's got a higher chance of having sites. So let's move on to Diplo. Nothing new on the Diplo front except for this big ol' army that's sitting on my border. And once again, I'm having to go to Tianchi and be like, dude, what are you doing? That's a huge army. Don't kill me, or normally I'm not a don't kill me type of person. I'm normally like, hey dude, just so you know, I just took out like this huge throne. Here's the screenshot, and I send him a screenshot of the results, and I'm like, if I can do this to this group and just imagine what I can do to your little army, because like that's 300 guys. You only got 160. I'll wreck your face and be like, we're finishing up on Ulm and Arco. We're looking for somebody else. Hey, I know that I don't want to destroy you. Is there somebody else that you'd be willing to go to war with? And he would, and when I went with him, and it's a little aggressive, and I don't know if it's the right way, but it's the way I do it. And he was coming to me, in fact, and saying, hey, like Hittom's super big and Femoria scary, and look at this, they took over Abyssia. And by the way, at this point, the war with Pan is going very, very south, and we're at the point where we're thinking we might need to jump in on this war because that war is very, very scary. So yeah, that's the long and short of it. We are kind of just site searching at this point. Let's look and see what we're building. We're building a Skull Mentor, which is a research item. We're building a Skull Mentor, which is a research item. We're building another Palisades. Owl Quill, which is a research item. Skull Saf, which is a death booster. So obviously, we're gonna go over that just a bit. So we're gonna get another Dwarven Hammer, which is awesome because at this point we're up to like 3 Dwarven Hammers. Another Skull Mentor. And what I'm going to try to do is get these Skull Mentors to give them give them to get my research up and going because my research is horrible right now, and give the Dwarven Hammers these Skull Mentors makers so that we can save on death gems. So if you see what I ended up doing is I gave this to this dude so that she can make a Skull Mentor. it might not be the best use of a Robe of the Magi turn, but like that's the idea of Robe of Magi. You use it wherever you can get one extra turn of something. And not only that, but I'm making this wait, where is it? I'm making this I know where this is. Skull Staff. Oh, Yomi. I'm making this Skull Staff so that I can start pumping out Skull Mentors on more of my Shikon, no, not Shikon, Naminari, sorry. So my Naminari can pump out more Skull Mentors, and not only that, but they can also pump out Shikomi. They can, but I don't have that spell yet, so spoiler. I will need to use them later. Dagon is still being awesome and researching, and I think that's about the end of the turn. Am I doing anything with mercenaries? Of course not. That would be silly. Um, Crafting. I did crafting. Research. Are we doing anything with nope, still research 6. So we're trying to go for construction 6. We're at 200 research right now, which kind of stinks. Especially like at turn 26. I am greatly embarrassed. I mean, I'm playing a game where I'm getting like 100 research by the end of turn 12, and at that point it's just like at that point you're getting another forward up. You're getting more research areas. My production. Sorry. Hey, we finally almost got the research down. We're still making Naminaris every place that we possibly can. This place still doesn't have a lab, which is pretty embarrassing. This palisade's trying to go up so we can utilize this lab. If this lab had been here instead of here, that'd have been intelligent or smart. We're moving these guys. Why am I moving you back? You should be building a Okay, I don't know why I'm. Oh, I think I'm not building a temple here because I don't want to pick up the guys or something. Either way, this was a mistake. I should have been building a temple here. Although I am out of money, so I can't be. Maybe that's the reason I just don't like him sitting still. And I already site searched with them, so I don't know. I probably should have built a temple here. Anything else? I am doing a good job of putting PD in. So let's go on to the next turn. Turn 20 something. Turn 27. Okay, so we are finishing up Argocephali. Abyssia went away. That means that Femoria has taken their capital. Argocephali is now down. Oh yeah, okay, so we finally broke this fort, and inside there's nothing. The player went AI quite a while ago. And rightfully so. Like, once you're at this point, you just might as well give up. In good game to the Argocephali player. There were some things that looked very promising, but that bless needed to change. That bless was really bad. Oh, and I was watching this. I actually got really worried because they weren't killing these guys very fast. I was really worried that the turn timer would time out or something silly like that. But I don't think it does. I'm not gonna watch that, guys, because it's really long. But yeah, these Beeful Giants eventually chopped up all those guys. But yeah, Abyssia player, I didn't even get to see you, dude. Sorry. I would absolutely love to play another game with you where I'd get to actually see you. That'd be awesome. I am starting to patrol down some of those guys, which is cool. Oh, and I'm totally getting off track. Okay, so let's see what happens in Kaz Dupar. Kaz Dupar, we have attacked it with this Bakemono Chief, and look at this. I'm like, he is just gonna wreck these guys. Just completely wreck these guys. Okay, so we're looking at an air elemental spamming, and once, oh, that's mind, oh, he can actually do Soul Slay, or she can do Soul Slay. So Soul Slay would actually kill my, that would be a way that my Dionis would die. Now, I don't know if she's going to cast it because the chances of her actually being successful with my bless and everything like that is actually pretty low. I think it's like a 3% to 4% chance of her actually being successful, especially since she has no penetration items and no, she's actually having to use a pearl to cast the spell. She would get off one and that would be it. So she's got a 4% chance of ruining my entire day. So probably what she's gonna do is spam elementals, followed by spamming skeletons. Now, granted, I'll be honest, I kind of have gotten out of Dominions a little bit lately. I'm starting up like 3 new games in the next month, but I got out of it during like March is kind of the busy time here in Korea. It's like the start of school, so I had to get new students and start new jobs and fill out more paperwork and deal with more government stuff. So like I haven't played with the new patch at all, and the new patch it like it kind of screwed with the brain with the way that the AI cast spells. But spoiler, the Bakemono Chief. Wait, really? You're charging too, dude? You really had to charge? Okay, fine. Unexpected event. Oh, stink. We lost some Dominion, or so lost some defense, which actually cost us money. But we get 809 gold. You know, I can't complain about that. You know, this is a PD, but we came out of. I feel as though we came out ahead. Okay, so was I actually smart enough to? Yeah, I did rebuild the PD, and at this point, I'm actually starting to remember to put PD in. Well, the thing that really stinks is we did search here and wait, deep forest. Okay, so he found the graveyard of the dam. So we're good with the. We got 2 more death gems, which are going to be really, really, really good. Now this is we get gnomes here, which I don't really need gnomes. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to get this over to my ally. I don't, if you see I'm relinquishing it, I don't need this. I don't need gnomes. I mean, they'd be nice, I guess, but it's just one more thing I'd have to buy or spend my money on. He's going to build a fortress here and then, which I can't even build a tier 2 fortress. So he can build a tier 2 fortress, bring his earth snake around and, or not earth snake, lamination. He's gonna bring his lamination around, and he's going to claim this thing right here. Wait, what? What? Oh, okay. So let's go over some diplomacy right now. This reminds me. I thought this happened later. Why did I attack this province? Well, because it's a throne, and I wanted to know what was in it. And I don't think that this guy. I don't think this is scary. I think I can take this. And what is more is I don't think Pan has pinged this, because if Pan pinged this, he would know that like a bunch of white centaurs, I'm thinking like 20 white centaurs, could probably take this entire province without a problem. This is pathetic. Like this is one of those provinces that this is one of those thrones that obviously rolled. Provinces can roll to be even like a tier 3 can roll down or roll up and can either become a tier 1 defense or a tier 3 defense. And this one obviously rolled down to be a tier 1. So yay, we get to fight an easy throne. Now the problem is that I can is that this is surrounded by not us, and I want it. But what I can do is I can drop off these guys, and these guys can actually. Oh no, they can't. Okay, so this guy can't. But I want you to look at this little 26 right here. This guy can move 29. So I can move from here to here. But if I retreat and I'm not successful, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this, guys. I'm not pretty sure it's in the bag. But if I did retreat, I would lose my Dione and all of the gear involved in it. So it's kind of risky. I talked to these guys. I think I negotiated to send. Oh yeah. So I send 400 gold to Pangea for this province. And for the throne. Now, normally when I do money, now different people have different things. If it's a province that is something that I believe should be mine, I'll give them a couple turns worth of gold. But with this isn't our province. Like, we're being greedy. And what Pan ends up coming back and saying is, look, we don't want a war with you. We know you want that throne. Just take it. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to be a big bully. So here's a bunch of gold, and good luck fighting Femoria. We're gonna look into fighting Femoria and coming in on your side. So that was kind of the promise, is that we told Pan, you guys hold out. We'll give you money. We'll feed you guys stuff. Just keep on fighting Femoria, and we're gonna come claim this throne because we're not doing anything else. We're trying to get our gem income up because our gem income is abysmal. And at the end of the day, Yomi is a gem-oriented nation. You're not gonna make money off of, like, you're not gonna make the money to be able to be a solid money nation. And I think that's where I differentiate from other people. Like, I know a lot of them build these Onishugo that end up mean, I guess they're not that much money, but the infrastructure to build these Onishugo is very, very high. And I just didn't do it. I never got to that point. And maybe that was a mistake. I definitely feel like I should have had Niflheim building me more tier 2 castles. But there's just not much I could really do in that regards. I mean, like, other than just annoy him until he gives up some of his castles. But like, he's building me these 2 castles here, but they're way away from my front, and well, I'll show you later why these 2 are being given to me. I don't want to spoil it quite yet. But there is a reason why they're being given to me. In addition, at this point, Niflheim wants to empower one of his Nifljarls, so I'm giving him 20 air gems. Even though I really like my air gems, and I really, really, really want my Daitengu. I really want my Daitengu, which are these guys right here. But I'm not gonna get them. Like, if you see, like, I'm not gonna, like, Conjuration 5 is way after all this stuff. I did change to get Enchantment, which I'm trying to remember why I wanted Enchantment 3. Oh, it's Strength of Giants. I want Strength of Giants on my guys. Also, Raise Skeleton and Revive King. Those are all really good for me. Fire Shield would be nice, kind of, I guess. Not really. Man, that'd be awesome. Get regeneration, but I already got regeneration. And I don't have any nature on these guys, but that would be awesome. Get myself some fanfic, and then he casted regeneration. Okay, let me see. I'm stalling, guys. I'm sinking. I'm running out of things. So we talked about the Diplo, how we're kind of Pan is trying to hold out against Hinnom, and I did talk to the Hinnom player, try to figure out what's going on. Pan is getting walloped on, and Tianchi is trying to jump into the war at this point. It's turn 27, and Femoria is looking like they're rolling. We don't care. We're apathetic because at the end of the day, we just need gems, and we're looking for gems, and we got all the land we needed. I'm very, very happy. If Femoria starts taking too much land, we might need to look into it, but in the long run, who cares? It's other people's problems. And unless they get to the point where they're definitely gonna win, I'm not too worried because we can attack them, and then the rest of the world can take back all this stuff. And we don't want to do that. We don't want the rest of the world to win in our war. Because if we go in, like, Fomoria's capital is somewhere around here-ish. In fact, I mean, it could be... No, it can't be here. So the only place Fomoria's capital can be is here. And that's it. I'm going to spoiler it right now, guys. We haven't seen it yet, but Fomoria's capital's right here. So if Femoria wants to go to war with us, he's gonna recruit all this stuff, and then he's gonna, like, just stomp on us right away. And this is gonna be a big war happening right here, whereas all of this area right here is going to be taken back by Pangea and Vanheim. And at the end of the day, we're gonna lose to Pangea and Vanheim because we're fighting an unsuccessful war against Femoria. Now, at the same time, if Femoria starts looking like they're crumbling, we're gonna jump on board that vulture train. But for now, we like the peaceful borders. They don't want to go to war with us because they're winning that war. I mean, they're winning this war over here against Pan and Vanheim. At least that's what we're being told. So I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And oh wait, hold on, mercenaries. Okay, we are getting Dagon again, which is awesome. Crafting. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I want to make sure there's nothing. Skull mentors, owl quills, imp familiars. We're getting our first bane, or maybe our second bane, to go like collect all these guys. Collect all of my demons. I do like the banes over other guys, and we'll go over that in the next episode. Why we like banes so much. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one. Catch you guys later. Bye.